Could you tell us what services SpedWatch provides?
Sure. SpedWatch is a membership organization, which means that people pay annual dues to belong to the organization. So our members receive a monthly newsletter that we write, which keeps them up to date on special education news, and it also provides them with a lot of information about tips and things that they can use when they go into public schools to advocate for their own children. We have a column called You're Not Alone, where parents write in and talk about their own experiences trying to help their children get services in the public schools. Whenever we watch the media, the newspapers and so forth very carefully, and if we see a story that portrays students with disabilities or special education in a negative light, we very quickly will write a letter to the editor or send in some commentary so that the readers of that newspaper get a more balanced understanding of the whole issue. We will testify at the State House if there are special education bills that are pending. We're really trying to educate the general public as to the fact that students with disabilities are just as capable as anyone else, and that they should be given the services they need to succeed, that they have a legal right to those services. And we're really just trying to be a collective voice for parents and students.
How did you feel the first day you took her to school?
Honestly, I had in the back of my mind, I wondered how long we were going to last in public school before things started to fall apart. Because I knew there would come a time when the regular way academics are taught would not be conducive to the way that she learns. As it turned out, we lasted 4 years. We went through kindergarten, grade 1, 2, and 3, and then in 4th grade things really started to kind of come apart.
How did you feel the day she ran away from school?
Oh boy. I think it wasn't so much running away from school as it was running to home. How did I feel? Well, I was
sorry.
No, it's all right. I was terrified. I mean, any parent would be. One day I got a call from daycare saying, "Where is Sarah?" And I said, "I don't know." And I called the school and she wasn't there. And so we called the police, and it was, we found her after about 30 minutes. She had walked home, and the police picked her up at home. But of course, during that 30 minutes, I didn't know where she was, and as you can well imagine, the longest 30 minutes of my life.
What are your future goals?
My future goals for SpedWatch is that our organization grows into a very large and strong civil rights movement. We're looking at this as a civil rights issue. I would like to see SpedWatch get to a point where we're so large that people have to listen to us, and that we are able to get to a point where parents no longer have to fight so hard for their children. In fact, I would go so far as to say I would like to see the day when there is no special education, when there isn't that differentiation, when there is only education for children, and that each child, regardless of their ability, disability, or their individual specific needs, are able to get the help they need without their parents having to go through such a struggle to get that help.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining us. Can you please tell us about your last year in public school?
Public school was rather difficult. I definitely noticed the first time I walked in the door, it was nothing like elementary school, which I was used to having a small building, knowing where I was. Then going to this new public school was like much bigger, much different. Can't really see that many of my friends. Schoolwork was getting a little bit more difficult. It was just hard to get used to it all at once.
Sarah, what grade are you in now, and where do you go to school?
Since I take 4th grade twice, I'm about in 8th grade, and I go to a private school in Chelmsford known as Murphy Dwyer Academy, or as we call MDA.
What school activities are your favorite?
Ooh, history and art class. I love them both.
What goals would you like to achieve in the future?
Well, most of it will be considering I don't want people to understand that I have a disability, and it doesn't mean that I'm worthless, I'm helpless or stupid. I can do like same things as anyone else can, but just slightly differently.
Can I ask her a question?
Sure.
Because I think it's really interesting to hear the difference between public school and your private school, how your private school is, what it's like.
Kind of like a home to me. It's my other home. Family there. I have friends. People understand.